It's encouraging to many of the extraterrestrial races who have been sitting up there watching us, who have been visiting the Earth, who have been in underground facilities in the ocean, who have been interacting with humans and having contacts with many different human beings all over the planet. Billy Meier is not the only one. There are many. They're encouraged because now they feel like they have something to work with. Because whatever they do to intervene, to intercede, it has to empower us. Otherwise, it's futile. If we will not take responsibility for ourselves, for our homes, for our planets, for each other, there's nothing to work with. They're extremely encouraged. So much so that the Andromedan Council has begun discussing mentorship of Earth. And as of right now, there are 4 races who have already signed up. And genetically, they are connected to Earth. The bad guys are about to play their last trump card. They're done. They're already done. Okay? We have begun the process of freeing ourselves from all this shit. Bravo. Bravo. We have done what centuries we are about to do, what centuries of human beings have not been able to do. And that is get the big picture and realize that we are all one. That no matter how much we disagree, you're my brother, you're my sister, and there's nothing I can do to change that. We have to figure out how to live together, and in reality, we can live together. We can. It's ridiculous to think we can't. In fact, we have to really work hard at not learning to live together. Okay? War is the enemy. It is not the solution. It has become the enemy. We have technology that we simply cannot control, and we have technology that we don't even know about. Free energy, you've heard Mr. Allen's talk last night. For those of you who are here, there are many others talking about free energy. We have it. In fact, cold fusion has been nailed. It does exist. A program working under DARPA has solved it, and literally for under $2 million, they can build a system that can power a city of 50,000 people.
Includes brainwashing, genetic engineering, genetic experimentation. They've also been involved in creating life forms there for quite some time. The program is behind a lot of the abductions that take place. A lot of abductions are military organised and executed. I was involved with this program between the years 72 and 88. With the help of some defence intelligence people, I managed to get out away from the program, and with their help, a lot of information.
It is that the military, they know damn well the Greys are generated life forms, if you want to call them that. They're genetically engineered slaves. Now, there's no way that you present, it doesn't matter if that alien is much more intelligent than you, it might have an IQ of 1,000. If you are looking at something that's been genetically grown to serve, you're not going to think that's superior to you. No. The military, the elite are turning around thinking, well, hey, look, they're not human. I mean, we're not dealing with the Pleiadians here who put us all to shame, physically and every other which way. We're dealing with Greys. They don't look human, they don't behave in a human way, they threaten everything we stand for. If we think to ourselves, well, let's just get as much technology as we can and just fuck them, destroy them.
Basically, that's it in a nutshell.
But basically, what the Greys want to do is to actually, because they're helping create the generated life forms, they've given us the technology whereby we can do this in return for various other bits and pieces like human tissue, because they've got their own agenda and it involves crossbreeding with us. They want to become an official race. Now, but the Greys are going to get the generated life forms to stab the military in the back, so everyone's out to screw everyone else.
And is it part of a larger complex underneath West?
Yeah, you've got to understand, Mars, when I was taken in the base, I was always drugged. Right. And I was in there, and so the memories of actually going in there are very blurry. I remember when I was in the base, there's a connection to another base underneath Parliament that supposedly got reptilians and Greys in. Because there's a very powerful remote viewer that I know who's remote viewed the base underneath Parliament, and has said he saw greys, reptilians there. I've seen non-human entities in bases over the years.
When you say the non-human, you're not necessarily saying an alien, they're just not.
I saw strange animal types of creatures in cages. Possibly this is a continuation of Nazi super race projects, genetic creations, because I know one of the sub-projects of Mannequin that I was involved in was called the Tigris program.
Yeah.
And in that they were taking modified animal DNA and injecting it into remote view.
Yeah.
And then the amount of oxygen you can process in the blood, that determines psychic ability. It's like in yoga and Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Processing the oxygen in the blood that develops psychic abilities.
Yeah.
So basically these bloodlines are naturally psychic. Again,
because we're running a low oxygen level atmosphere now. The Earth's atmosphere is much lower in oxygen than it used to be.
Right, because they're trying to dampen down everyone's psychic abilities and bring the New World Order in. So people aren't aware of it. The group of children that I was programmed with were all descendants of the tribe of Dan.
Yeah.
Again, just to explain a little bit about them, they come out of the Middle East at the time of the Exodus.
Yeah.
They went up to Greece with the Spartans, I mentioned that, and they went up to France and other places in Europe. They were the Merovingian kings there, and other royal bloodlines. From there they travelled up to Great Britain and Ireland in America.
Yeah.
In Ireland they were known as the Tuatha De Danann kings there. In America their symbol's an eagle, and that's the symbol that the American coat of arms, the National Security Agency, is the eagle, it's the tribe of Dan. Basically this group, this genetic group.
To you, George, about the alien abduction phenomenon.
That was another group of extraterrestrials that consider us a virtual reality game. Since they designed some of us, that we're just kind of like what we play around with the animals that we have right now, we're experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they consider us. So we have, like I say, we have plays that are going on, many plays happening simultaneously at this minute.
Gee.
Well, look up at the stars tonight, George. I mean, you're out, it's dark. And, I mean, when you get out of the studio, go look up at the stars that are strobing red, blue, and green in color.
Okay, what will that tell me?
Stars don't strobe. Those are spacecraft that are looking at planet.
Well, sometimes, though, don't you get that inversion because of the atmosphere?
Not strobing ones. You'll see them. They're out there. Look, we're being monitored on this play. And if you were on the team, a scientific team, and monitoring and see what we've done to an island or something else, you send out people to do it. That's exactly what they're doing with a non-interference type deal. Now, again, we have some extraterrestrials that are interfering, so we have these things we have to discern what's going on, like the animal mutilations, like the people being abducted. However, some people are being abducted who have been given permission at some other level for them to see what the heck's going on. So, again, it's not up for...
Designed and was responsible for the design of that which we would infuse beings of other races within. Will there be a being that will be able to transcend them all and not get lost in the waves of time? Millions of symbols, each symbol a live entity as persona. And you, the being, is trapped inside them all. And beings that think we're sitting here talking shit. Goodbye.